Y'all ever been around anybody negative? I'm talking about can't find positive in anything. Just can't get right. Not the typical Monday morning cold coffee blues. I'm talking about a professional rain cloud. If they'd win the lottery and had a bunch of millions coming to them, they wouldn't be satisfied with the color of the check that they paid them with. My mom used to call him an old sourpuss, right? Heard tell of a old farmer that had a neighbor like that. He's a pretty good old boy and working the land, and he'd get up in the morning with sunrise and say, "Good morning, God." His neighbor would say, "Good God, morning." Yeah, they wore on each other pretty good. It's a negative that he'd get up and say, "You see that pretty sunrise this morning we got?" The old farmer next to him would say, "Yeah, it's probably gonna scorch the crops this afternoon." One of those. Rain shower would come through, and the old farmer would look out, "Well, thank the Lord, he's getting the crops a little drink." His neighbor would pop off that, "Man, this stuff don't stop. We're gonna regret we didn't get crop insurance. It's gonna flood our crops." Just a negative Nancy. Well, the positive farmer decided he was gonna try to pick that old boy up and break him out of them blues. So he thought the way he'd do it, he'd go buy him a dog. I'm not talking about a mutt, a good dog. Full papers, high dollar, smart as a whip, easy to train. So he went out, bought him a good dog and worked on him, got him trained good, and he called his neighbor out to see the feat that this dog would do. They took him down to a little water tank there on the place, and the neighbor sitting there all scowled up, wanting to know what in the world he was interrupted his afternoon for. And the farmer threw out that stick, told the dog to fetch. He let it shuck across that water, walked right on top of it, grabbed that stick, come back and dropped it at his master's feet. The farmer looked at the negative farmer and said, "What do you think about that?" He said, "Not much of a dog, can't even swim." So when you look around at those that are negative, it's best to remember 1 Thessalonians 5, be joyful in all things, right? I think you are what you're surrounded with. And even on the worst of days, we can find something positive to think about.